Hey, it's Mike back with some more local history, and here we're going to focus on some more recent stuff on the Warren Highlands Trail at Shandor Summit. So this section is a Harmony Township piece. Some old logging roads up here on this would be the western flank of what was known as Scotts Mountain. But the main part of Scotts Mountain is where present-day Merrill Creek Reservoir is on its northwest side. So here, this secondary summit, which I've just cleared with this, we call Shandor Summit because it relates to a great story about former land surveyor and Board of Recreation Commissioner, one of my predecessors as chairman of that board, Bob Shandor, who used to own this property. So, I hope I get the story right. Bob Shandor Jr. is a friend, awesome guy. I'll get back to him in a little bit, and he related some of the story to me, so I'm going to try to get it right. Right here was Bob Shandor Sr.'s favorite spot. It's got a really nice seasonal view out to Pennsylvania through these trees. You can see the Kittatinny Ridge beyond. So as the story goes, right below us is Harker's Hollow Golf Course. It's one of the oldest golf courses in New Jersey. Really beautiful course there. When Bob Sr. was a kid, him and his friends ran to the top of this summit right here. Very steep edge through here. We're actually on top of a sort of secondary ridge. It drops off very steeply also on this side, along this old logging road, as you can see here. So, Bob Sr. and his friends came up this hill, and they all stopped right here for a break. And Bob Sr. says to his friends, "One day I'm going to own this." And kids say a lot of things, but he followed through, and Bob Shandor did in fact own this site. And when he died, his hunting chair was left right there. Somebody moved it off the trail into the weeds. I found it and moved it to a safe place nearby, and eventually this will be the site of the Bob Shandor Memorial. So Bob Shandor was a big proponent for public open space, and when things went into farmland preservation, he was an opponent to some degree of that because there was really no public use of it. It just stayed in private hands, and really the public got no benefit other than the ambiance from driving by and seeing it. So he really got fired up about it. And when I first started getting involved in land preservation myself in my late teens, the first meeting I ever attended with him was a Warren County Smart Growth meeting at Peak West Wildlife Management Area at the trout hatchery. And he would get fired up about all this stuff and made some great points. And as all legends go, he died of a heart attack, all fired up at a freeholders meeting. And so this land remained in his family. And when you want to put a trail through, there's a land management review process, and this one here ticks for all sorts of endangered species and such. So we figured it was going to be hard to go through here. So Bob Shandor Jr. Met with Matt Davis and I of Metro Trails and said, "Look, why don't we put the trail through before we sell it to the state? We'll have the existing marked trail through the property with his blessing. We bypass the land management review process, and when it transfers to the state, it's all here and it's open to public already." That's how we did it. And now the Warren Highlands Trail goes right through this spot over this bit of ridge. And I suggested that we name it Shandor Summit. And so that's what it's called on the maps now. So you come up here in a couple more weeks, you'll get a little bit more of a view. But that's how this part came about. It was a narrow swath of land where all the other lands that were the Shandor land holdings over here had transferred already. but Bob Shandor's favorite spot he retained. And then his family wanted to see it preserved, so we saw to it that happened, and now it's a nice spot on the trail that everybody can enjoy. And it's not too hard to walk since it's all old woods roads. The property features some really interesting rock outcroppings like the one you see over here. It comes out at the end of a dead-end lane behind Harker's Hollow Golf Course, where they've given us permission for the trail to come through the back of that. And on this side, there's limited parking on Fox Farm Road, near the intersection of Western and Decker Road. There's no parking over at the golf course side. You'd have to come through from the nearest section near Farmers Fairgrounds. There you have it. The Shandor Tract and Shandor Summit on the Warren Highlands Trail. Thanks for watching.